What's up?
recording?
Fuck you! Fuck you, Johnny! What's up, people? Welcome to the GSC Podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Lauchi, joined this week by Johnny,
Hello.
Jenny,
Hello.
and Jamie C.
Hello.
This is number 25, guys.
How
Jesus
the fuck did we
Christ.
make it that far?
Number 25. If you include the weeks where we missed podcasts, like that's half
One.
a year, man. We've been doing this.
Have
Really?
we missed just a 1 week?
We missed like
'Cause we
2
did.
weeks.
Oh, because you did that mega E3 one, didn't we?
No, not even that. We've missed like 2 weeks.
Oh.
You forgot to hit record.
one
That
we
counts.
kind of got away
Yeah.
with, right? Because I uploaded it like right on the end of like right on the end of the first week, like where there was none, and then there was a whole nother week before we recorded again, and I uploaded it the day after, so it looked like we didn't miss a week, but we totally missed a week. We've missed like 2 weeks.
Alright, fair enough.
Oh, wow. It's quite a good old stretch, isn't it?
25 is a good respectable number. We didn't think we were going to make it this far, to be honest.
Yeah.
Now we can do our like group suicide and get on with it.
But 25, man, look forward to 50 now, I guess.
Yeah.
Not the next target.
50 is the next milestone if we make
Let's
it.
go on
that far.
hiatus. Or we split or spink. Lose down to drugs.
Hopefully we don't. Either way, we'll start as we always do with what we've been playing / doing this week. And Johnny, you're up first, broski.
I've actually been a little bit poorly poo this week.
Oh no, what's wrong?
Yeah.
Oh, I did
Just, a bit of sticky poos. It's been alright. It's like just been mostly in bed. So I played a little bit of Pokemon. I think I got to the 6th gym. I just beat the fairy one. That was the last thing I did.
Oh wow, I thought you would have caught up to me.
No, like I said, I haven't really played in a couple of days, so I've been pretty ill. I have been playing some Smash Brothers Brawl, though.
Are you crazy? You've been ill, man. That's code to play video games. If you're stuck in
Yeah.
bed, play video games, man.
But when you have a really bad headache,
Yeah, I
as well,
suppose.
you don't want to be looking at anything, like no screens, just total darkness.
You need to get some
How's
of
your-
those bad boy MLG glasses with the yellow lenses, man, so that you don't get
That's
screen
what I need.
glare.
Oh, bad boys.
Bad
I'll,
boys.
I'll get those. That's like my Christmas present sorted. Yeah, no, I've been playing loads of Smash Bros with Jose because there's this really good documentary on YouTube about the Smash Bros like tournament. This is Smash Bros Melee, I think it is. It was a few years ago, and like all about the competitive play between those and all the championships, all the top dogs in that, and that was pretty interesting. So we've been like psyched to play Smash Bros again. So I've been playing that and
Mass spamming Link.
Link, a little bit of Marth, a little bit of Toon Link.
I fucking suck so hard at Smash Bros, and you are literally the worst person to play against.
You're not that bad. You're like Pikachu. No, who'd you be usually?
I don't know, anyone, whoever takes my
I'm the
fancy.
Pikachu.
Oh yeah, that's it. Jamie's the Pikachu.
I like to. I used to think I could play Link until I played you.
Play do.
It's not quite as bad as playing you at Street Fighter, but it's up there.
Well, Jose's been practicing with Fox. No, Wolf. Was it name? Yeah, the Wolf guy. Fox is like,
Wolf, yeah.
Yeah.
Let you do that, Star Fox. That guy.
yeah, he's got such a deep and sexy voice. It's crazy.
Jose
Yeah,
or the wolf.
yeah, both. Yeah, no, he's been playing that, and that's pretty much all I've been doing. Finished Luther season 2.
Awesome.
Yeah, fantastic. We have season 3 lined up. Just need to,
Wait, what, online? Yeah, I take it. 'Cause-
no. We bought it from HMV, £15 for all 3. Yeah, for the 3 series
Wow.
in the DVD
Wow.
box set. Yeah, it was on sale. It was like cheaper than Amazon. So
Yeah.
get on HMV. You might still have it. 15.
Gold score.
HMV, man, coming through with the deals recently, man. I was so tempted to pick up the Star Wars chronology or whatever it is on Blu-ray.
Yeah.
It's like all 6 films and like a crazy amount of bonus material. It's usually like £85 or £90 or something. They had it for 50. I was super tempted to pick that up, man, the other
That
day.
isn't bad at all, is it? Yeah, they can be all right, can't they? So.
Which is weird because I thought they were going bankrupt. That happened recently, right?
Yeah. I think people, they're just trying to sell off whatever they have and
Didn't like the Justice League of Celebrities come in and buy it though.
I did hear that happened. Yeah, it was like a conglomerate of celebrities.
Like Jonathan Ross Etel, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, they came to the rescue. It literally is Justice League of Celebrities of British TV.
Goodness.
But hey,
That's cool. Yeah. Other than that, what else been doing? That's pretty much it. Yeah,
That's it, yeah?
pretty much.
All right, nice. Cheers for whispering as well, man. I hope that got picked up. Jamie, man, what have you been up to this week?
so I haven't played anything. No, I'm joking. I finished Wind Waker.
Oh yeah. That
right.
ending.
Yeah, that ending. Seriously, I forgot how brutal that sword stab through Ganon's head was.
Yep.
Like, that's not acceptable. What is this? But no, there's that. I'm surprised that I still managed to get through it because when it was on the GameCube, you had the 21 pieces of Triforce to get.
Yeah.
And I don't really remember that being that bad at the time. The more people moan about it, you realise. And then even now, with just 8 to collect, I was kind of just wishing it was over.
Serious.
It didn't. Yeah. You just want to get on with that final boss fight where you've got the big puppet Ganon and then you just fight Ganon. But
Well, is there... I mean, I never got that far in Wind Waker, right? But is there boss fights that you have to do to get the pieces, or are they just scattered around?
Some of them are just mini rooms, and then there'll be a couple of bad guys room after room, but nothing major.
So it's just
and then
a
some of
fucking
them are still
fetch
just
quest.
like... Yeah, it is just a fetch quest. It's like, it's fucking Darksiders 2 all over again.
Like,
just
get
the
it
whole game.
Right to the end, and then they're like, lol, go and find all these items.
Well, that's it, yeah. You return the power of the Master Sword by doing the 2 big dungeons. And then, yeah, get into Ganon. Like, once you're in that final piece against Ganon, it's brilliant. You've got, like, 4 of your bosses that you've already fought. And they come back, you have to do them quickly, and it's all in, like, grayscale instead of its normal colour. But, yeah, get on with that. Fight off the Phantom Ganons, and then the big fight against the Puppet Ganon, and so on. But so, yeah, just getting past that little fetch quest. And it's all worth it in the end. You forget how good it is. It's a great game.
Yeah, I really like Wind Waker.
Fucking
I had
fantastic.
a lot of fun with what I played, but I literally got to the first set of dungeons after you find Hyrule for the first time. So
Okay.
Quite far then.
That's not too bad, yeah.
and then I don't know. I'll tell you exactly what happened. Actually, I was playing it at the same time as Ricky, and he got really competitive about it. He kept asking like, "Oh, how far are you now?" Like. And I was a little bit further than him, and I told him, and he was like, "That's not happening then." And then he started hardcoring it and telling me how far he was and stuff, and it just kind of put me off playing it, so I just didn't bother finishing it.
Oh dear.
So Ricky, if you listen to this, we want to hear your side of the story. Hit us up.
I made like text Ben once.
Well, that's you know how he gets super competitive when it comes to like gaming prowess, and like with good reason, because for the most part he is good. So
He's a great gamer. This is the guy who won't play an Xbox 360 game unless he knows he can get the 1000G.
yup.
He has to get the 1000G, but that just shows that he wants to fulfill the game's potential. So
To be the very best.
Like no one ever was.
Yeah.
To achieve that.
He's writing trophy guides now, right? On PS3 or PlayStation Trophies.org.
He did one for Gravity Days / Rush.
Yeah.
So
Gravity Rush. Yeah.
cool, yeah. Shout out, look for his stuff on PlayStation 3 Trophies.org or whatever it is, PS3 Trophies.
Yeah, do it.
Good times.
Yeah, enough about Ricky. What you were asking me what I've been doing this week. I felt special for a little while. Right. The other game I was a bit unsure about talking about. I was 50-50 about maybe putting it in this week, but Sonic Lost World has been released.
Oh.
And yeah, if you've been catching me on Twitter, you'll understand that I'm very angry with the game at the moment.
Really?
Tell me why.
Right, so you see the trailers, and obviously they look great, but then you realise you're not in control of that. So you don't realise how shocking and shit the control system actually is for this game.
Really?
Now, the problem is, if you're going to rip off Mario Galaxy, then damn, the first thing you've got to get right and make sure you achieve is that fucking mechanics and the physics feel right for the way you want to play the game. And if you can't get that right, you haven't got a game. And that's the problem, is that it can't get it even close to right, and it ruins the game.
Really? How is it really bad? That's
If the
so
camera wants to
disappointing.
pan over the top, if you want to feel like you're playing with that sense of gravity or that angle, whatever, it has to reflect that within the way you control your character. And if you don't control them, you're not playing it. You might as well be watching Heavy Rain. Fuck's sake.
Is it
Seriously.
kind of like that?
No, it wants you to be in control, but it doesn't let you be in control. It wants you to just like spaz out over to the side somewhere with the control. I don't know. I always had an issue with Sonic in that it was never a game about enjoying your surroundings. It was all about getting from A to B as quick as possible, and therefore the background might as well be a blank wall. There's no point in having any environment in the game. There's no point at all. So with this, it's kind of lost its way again. It's like if you want to have this environment and you want to enjoy it, get it right and make sure it controls properly. I'm going to try and see it through though. I'm going to try and finish it this week, and then I'd like to have a more positive angle on it next week. But
They were going like in the right direction with Sonic 4 and Sonic Generations. Everyone seemed to really like those games, especially
I enjoyed
Generations.
Generations. Yeah,
Me
that
too.
was and it
What-
got the 3D
What
Sonic
was
right.
Generations though? Generations was a collection of all the best levels from all the other games, right? So
No,
that's why
they-
people liked it.
No, just the control system was a lot better. It was like it was part 3D, part 2D sort of gameplay, and it worked really well, I thought.
Yeah, I mean, it didn't just have the old levels. It paid homage to some of the old levels, but it was a new game, wasn't it, in a sense?
Yeah, all
But,
new game, all new content.
it felt right, and I enjoyed it equally, whether you were the old Sonic or the new Sonic. It felt right, but that's the thing in that one as well. It kind of led you a character story, as much as you need there to be one. But in this, you've got no introduction to this Deadly Six. They're just there. You've got no understanding of their purpose. There's no
Yeah,
drive.
really.
You get to the first boss fight, one of the Deadly Six. I've got no motivation to attack him, so why am I attacking him? He's got no motivation to attack me. What is going on? What is the story here?
What?
It has to have a minimalistic approach, but still, it's got to be something there.
Back in the day, I started Sonic. I got stuck on a level, and I ran across that level, and then I did that again a couple of times, and then a fat guy in a circle, like a spherical machine, flew out and started attacking me. Man, there was no explanation. I just
If you read the booklet, it's because he's been capturing the animals, putting them into machines to do his bidding.
Yeah,
I
and
read
if
the
you killed,
booklet.
if,
I didn't have the
if-
booklet.
if you
I
killed
had
any of
the
the enemies
cartridge.
and little
But you
crates
know
would
this,
drop
by
out.
the end of that first boss fight, you know the point of the game. You're beating these bad guys throughout the level, and a little animal pops out. And then at the end of that boss fight, there's the capture, and you release the animals, and you realise that he is capturing these animals and turning them
Yeah.
into these mech things. That's all you needed, and that was enough. And that's what I'm saying. Like last week, I spoke about how Sonic doesn't need a story. I'd be contradicting myself now if I said it did, but what I mean is it needs some sort of minimalistic approach. I have to know why they're there.
So you need some context,
What's the point?
basically.
Well, yeah, what is the point in this Deadly Six? And there's nothing there, and I'm 2 worlds of the 6 through.
I did
Why
read
is there nothing?
that the 3DS version controls better. I might
fucking hope
think,
so.
yeah, I might pick that up maybe because I do want to like this game, but
This is it. Like I said, by next week, I'm hoping that I've had a chance to keep through the frustration and actually finish the game, and I'll have something positive to
When
maybe
you-
put in there.
When you say it controls bad, are we talking like Sonic 06 bad?
Oh, that Xbox 360 one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Really?
But you
Wow.
know, like when Mario runs, right? You feel every step, and all you're doing is pointing forward on an analog stick, but you still know his movements, and you still know his physics and his weight against the jump and so on, and how long it'll take him to come to a stop. And
Yeah.
you could do that with your eyes closed, essentially. But with this Sonic game, you've got no sense of any of that.
Do you know, one thing I was hoping they'd do is try and maybe not a complete emulation of Nintendo's engine from Mario Galaxy, but something very similar I would have at least expected from the videos we saw. Because
I was kind of expecting that,
Yeah, because that got me excited, and I've given up on Sonic because I know you guys raved about Generations, but I thought it was a bit meh. I didn't love it. I like playing the levels of the little fat Sonic, the older one. I didn't even bother with any of the new ones. So when I saw the video, I really wanted to like it, and I got excited. And then to hear this is really shocking. It just sounds like Sonic have no idea what to do with him. And they should
Well,
probably.
this was supposed to be some sort of saving grace, wasn't it?
And it seems.
All they had to do then, you're right, all they had to do was essentially port Mario Galaxy, but with a Sonic skin on it, and they had a winner. That's all they had to
Yeah.
do.
And it's not like they're not in collaboration with Nintendo these days either. So it's not as if it would have been too difficult to
Well,
do.
That's the point. It's a Nintendo exclusive, so you'd think that Nintendo would be like, yeah, that's fine. You know, you can have some of the engine stuff from Mario Galaxy.
Yeah.
Someone playing it must have figured out. Like, Jamie plays a lot of Nintendo games, man. Like, he would know if there was something wrong with a Nintendo game. You've got to assume that there's people exactly like Jay who work on their QA teams. Someone must have brought it up, and someone must have had the same problems that Jay's having.
Yeah, but
So-
how many times are we going to say this about Sega with the Sonic franchise? It's been so underwhelming. Apart from what Colors got good reviews, if I recall correctly.
Yeah,
And
that
Gen-
was.
On the
Yes.
Wii, yeah, it did all right, yeah.
Yeah, Colors and Generations. Was there another one? I don't think there was.
It's the same thing. It's the same cycle, man. A Sonic game comes out, everyone's like, "Oh, that game is shit." Even Sonic fans are like, "Oh, what's wrong with you, man? Like, you need to go back to what you were doing before." A new Sonic game gets announced. Every Sonic fan suddenly goes, "Oh, look how good it looks! It looks so good! Finally, we're getting a good Sonic game again." It comes out and it's shit again. How many times are they going to just let it go? Oh, it bugs me. It bugs me. I swear to God, right? You need to go. I don't know whether did we speak about this on this podcast before, or was I talking about it with someone else? If you put your name into Google, yeah, followed by
remember
the
this.
hedgehog, right? So type in your name, any name into Google, followed by the hedgehog. You get to see what these Sonic fans are like. Because pretty much every single name under the sun, there is a hedgehog version of it now. It's kind of creepy.
Let's have a little look. That's what I'm doing tonight then.
My name's the litmus test, I suppose.
I'd be
Tell you what I
surprised.
did, though.
I'd be surprised if it wasn't there. Go on.
I typed in Sonic Lost World onto Google Image Search on my phone because I wanted like a new wallpaper the other day.
Yep.
It was fucking just the female character getting fingered, wasn't it? I was like, thank you. Great. I didn't even have to search anything gruesome. I literally put in Sonic Lost World, and about the 6th or 7th result was just the female character and all these arms stretching her out like a wall of labyrinth hands. I don't know.
Furries, man.
I
What are
really
they
love
like?
the search just now.
They have to
Be
create. this
careful
art
what
all
you
the time.
do. Safe search on. Constantly. Right. But yeah.
All right, Sonic Lost World. Give it a miss, basically, right?
I'll try and come back next week. I'll try and brave the game to the end and see if there's anything positive, or maybe it can save itself in the final act. We'll see.
Even
I
then,
doubt
man,
it.
it's unforgivable,
We'll see.
man. A game you shouldn't have to wait till the final act of a game for it to get good.
Wait, it should grip you from the opening minutes, shouldn't it?
Yep.
But I
Maybe
think
20. Give a game 20 to 30 minutes. And if you're not interested, 20 to 30 minutes in, then there's no point.
They haven't
But
done.
if you're
haven't done
if
that.
you're already complaining about the control scheme, I can only imagine it's going to get more frustrating as the levels get harder.
Well, that's it. As the games try and get more complex and the design gets harder and the bosses get harder, it's just going to... I've seen a boss where you're on a planet like in Mario Galaxy style and you're fighting this big snake-like thing, and I'm just waiting for that to fucking ruin it. That's going to be the game breaker.
That's a controller controller breaker. That is.
Yeah, I think positive thoughts, guys. Yeah.
Awesome. What else have you been up to this week, bro?
Well, I've spoken enough, but just quickly putting it out there. If you haven't seen South Park this week, it's probably one of the best episodes ever made. And it's a play on the World War Z film with Brad Pitt.
It's also
the episode
about the whole
called-
Zimmerman trial that just
Yeah.
went down in America.
It's one of the best episodes they've ever made. Probably something to do with Bill Hader being on the writing team now, like I spoke about last week. And then with that in mind, Bill Hader, star of Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs 2. I've literally just got in from the cinema. If you've seen the first one, then you're going to love this. If you haven't seen the first one, then shame on you and go watch that now, basically.
Well, I haven't seen the first one, but I'm not going to go watch it right now because you need
Not
me.
literally right now. We do need you, otherwise there'd be no recording. But the rest of you, we don't care about. No. Just go watch it, seriously. The second one's not as good, but it's still fun, and it's still, again, probably talking about the final act, saving it there. it's enjoyable. But yeah, I've spoken enough. Just wanted to put those out there. So catch that South Park episode.
Okay.
Sweet. Cool stuff, man. Jenny, what have you been up to this week, dude?
Right, aside from GTA and Pokemon, today I picked up PID. I don't know. This is a game that came out ages ago, actually, on PSN. It's well, I don't really know how to explain it. It's like a 2D platformer, or sort of puzzle platformer. So think more Limbo, and you've kind of got the right sort of idea.
Okay.
I didn't really warm to it, to be honest. I kept dying for one, which never helps. And again, you're not really explained anything, and you just sort of start in this thing. You're sort of left to your own devices, basically, with the tiniest of tutorials. I mean, it's basically you send out these light beams, and you can set out two at one time, and they sort of elevate you up. So if you throw it down on the floor, it elevates you higher, or if you go put it to the side wall, for example, it goes to the opposite side. And I think you're trying to avoid getting spotted by stuff, because there's like these. I imagine they're cameras, but they look more like street lamps.
Okay.
And if you get caught by one of those, you sort of have to restart the level. So you have to use these light beams to sort of divert their attention, or to move them in another direction, so you can continue with the level. But as I said, I could see what they were trying to do, but I don't know. It felt a bit. I felt a bit weird playing it, a bit uncomfortable. It just felt it didn't. It didn't have a lot of conviction. Let's put it that way.
You played it for about 20 minutes, and you thought to yourself, "This is shit."
Look, I actually played it for an hour.
You played it for an hour.
I gave it a bit more time than some other games, because I remember ages ago when I heard about it, I wrote it down and I totally forgot that I wrote it till the other day. So today I picked it up. So there was that, and then there was Hell Yeah, something of Were Rabbit.
Hell Yeah, Wrath of the Dead Rabbit or something. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. That actually felt quite fun. I didn't have a great chance to really jump into it, but again, it's a 2D platformer.
It's like a rabbit rolling around in like a giant ninja star, right?
You're sort of like a corpse of a dead rabbit in hell, and it's got these quirky little bits. Like the storyline is, I think you're high up in the underworld or something, or maybe the whatever. Anyway, and there's some spy photos taken of you. With you and with this rubber ducky, and basically you're the laughing stock of hell. So you have to. The storyline is you're trying to get to the bottom of it, and from what I played, there was a few quips and stuff. So it actually feels quite fun. I'm gonna give it more of a go this week. But yeah, so that happened. But yeah, other than that, oh no, actually I have been coming out of under my rock after watching IT Crowd last week. I've been. Oh wait, was that this week? That was this week.
That was this week.
That was this week.
So much TV in 1 week that you forget the time and the day. Yeah.
Yeah. So I watched a complete series of IT Crowd. I actually can't believe it's taken me so long to catch up. Fantastic. It is brilliant.
It is an absolutely amazing show, man.
It's just. You can tell. You can tell that the writer wrote Father Ted, and also he had a hand in Black Books, because in the first series Roy comes across very much like Bernard Black, but it is fantastic.
That's the Dylan Moran character, isn't it?
Yeah. Like, and I don't know if it's just because he's Irish, but
it probably helps.
Yeah, but that was really enjoyable.
When did the first season of IT Crowd come out? It was quite long ago, man. 2006 or 2007?
Yeah, I think the box said one of those two.
I remember because when I was watching the first season, there's a bit where like Rory is dating this girl, and she like sort of breaks up with him whilst he's at her house, and he picks up the box of Assassin's Creed, and he's like, "Can I have a lend of this?" Like after she broke up with him,
No, that's fantastic. That's a dinner party one.
It was freaking awesome. But at that point, Assassin's Creed wasn't out, so I was like, "Oh my god, that's that game that's coming out."
Was it
Fucking
not?
awesome show. No, it wasn't out when the episode first came out.
That is one of my favorite episodes. Yes, because she's been in a car crash and because he hears she's a model and then she's been in a car crash and need facial surgery. So the whole episode he's trying to work out whether or not it's worth going out with her. And then that happens and then she blows him off.
Whoa.
And then there was Peter File in that one. I don't know.
Moss's reactions are too good, man.
Oh man, I've got to watch it again. I'm sorry, but yeah. So that happened. Also, I watched Sherlock.
You watched Sherlock?
I'm going through it. I watched 2 of the 3 episodes of the first series.
Awesome.
Yep. Unbelievable.
It's good,
Yeah,
right?
I was watching it and I actually forgot it's not a film.
They do feel like films, man.
Yeah.
An hour and a half each.
It's crazy. I love the style of it.
Mm-hmm.
I think the characters are just spot on. I think they've got two great actors in there to do it. Really enjoying it, and I need to find an hour and a half. I'll probably watch the other one tomorrow and try to get through the rest of this week.
Yeah.
And another confession: today's the first day I've seen 21 Jump Street.
Hey. First time you watched 21 Jump Street.
First time I've ever seen it.
Fantastic.
I still haven't seen it.
That's the film. That's the film that made me stop hating Channing Tatum.
Same. Yeah, definitely.
Really?
Oh, yeah. No, seriously, it's a winner. It changes your ideal of him, your perceptions of
Have you not
Channing
seen it,
Tatum.
Johnny?
No, I haven't.
Mate, if you hate Channing Tatum currently, you won't hate him after that film.
I'm indifferent. I don't hate him. I don't know him.
I couldn't stand him, man. I
Hate
thought he
is
was
a very
fucking
strong word.
terrible. Do you know why? Because my perception of him was super coloured by G.I. Joe, Rise of Cobra. Because it was fucking awful. And
Right.
he was awful in it. It's like he wasn't even acting. It looked like he was just some guy they pulled in off the street and wear the suit and then just pretend you're a soldier. Fucking
Okay.
dreadful. And then I see 21 Jump Street and he's actually hilarious in it.
It's
Okay.
so good. So
But yeah,
good.
what did you think of it, Jenny?
Yeah, it was. There's so many stupid moments. You just. Yeah, no, I really enjoyed it. It was fantastic. But yeah, so I'm actually coming out of this rock. I don't understand how. I'm actually looking on my windowsill and Archer's there that Jamie kindly lent me as well.
Oh, nice.
Right, with Archer, watch the entire first season and then go into the special features and watch the unaired pilot version. It's the best bit of TV ever.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but you have to do it after you've seen the series.
Cool. Well, I look forward to it. 'Cause I think I've seen bits of it, or clips, I should say. And yeah, but yeah, that's me. Without boring everyone with more Pokemon and GTA. That's it, really, for me.
All right, sweet, man. I'm glad you guys had stuff to talk about because I fucking don't, man.
Again, you said every week.
I've been so busy, man. I haven't had time to do anything. I've played more Pokemon. I'm quite far into that.
Whereabouts are you on that? now?
I'm just about to challenge the last gym.
Oh, okay.
So I've got 7 badges, and I caught my legendary from Y as well.
So you got the flying bird, that bird.
I got that bird thing. That's
What's his
pretty
name?
cool. No idea.
Like
Yeah.
your Vettel or something.
Something like that, yeah. Yvette.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's his Russian bride.
It's kind of cool. It's got a pretty sweet. I don't think it's dark. I think it's a bird type move. It does a Kamehameha from the sky. It's
Wow.
pretty awesome.
Pretty jealous.
But other than that, I haven't really played that much more. I think my average level for the party is 50 to 60 or something.
Nice.
Maybe a little bit higher. I'll tell you what I did pick up though. What I should have picked up was the Wolf Among Us, which
Right, okay.
I haven't bought yet. But I did buy the first issue of the comic series that it's based on.
Mm-hmm.
So I bought the first graphic novel for Fables, which is actually really good and makes me want to play the game even more, man. So that's a recommendation for you. Fables is good shit. What else did I do this week? I watched Cowboy Bebop again.
Oh, right.
If you haven't seen that, it's probably I don't know if I'd say it's the best anime ever made, but probably up there with them. If it's not
Wow.
the best, it's probably like the third best anime ever made, or something like that. Freaking amazing show, and probably my favorite characters ever made in that show. They're all just likable, and as a show, it's so diverse in its genres. So like one episode could be like a thriller, another one could be like a send up of aliens or something like that, or Alien, and
Was
then
there one where
another
we watched it together, like sort of online? We started watching that.
we watched like the first 2 episodes, I think.
Yeah, that
And
was
then
really good.
you were like, lol, this has no continual storyline, and then stop watching it. Which, to be honest, is true. A lot of it is sort of you get hints towards their backstories throughout the episodes and stuff.
Yeah, but
but-
doesn't actually explain it until later on, right? you
Yeah,
said?
all the episodes pretty much are like self-contained.
I see.
But little things will give away parts of their backstory and stuff throughout. But they're all wildly different in terms of like genre and stuff. I fucking love it. So I've got the entire series on Blu-ray now. I think I should lend it out to you guys.
Was it released in 2 parts, the Series 1 Blu-ray? Or is it all like a complete box set?
Yeah, no, it's 2 parts. So there's
Yeah, I see that
one-
online.
They're freaking awesome. So yeah, that's pretty much all I did though. Oh, I picked up No More Heroes as well. I don't know whether I mentioned that already.
On the PS3,
Yeah,
have you started it already or
I
not?
haven't started it yet, but yeah, No More Heroes, Heroes Paradise, man.
I can't remember if we spoke about it last week, but they've announced, there's the Kingdom Hearts HD for the PS3.
Yeah,
They've announced the second game now.
they did.
Yeah, Kingdom Hearts 2 HD. With, I think they said Birth by Sleep's going to be on there in HD.
Yeah, it's
of to play.
it's Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix in HD, Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep Final Mix in HD, and all the cutscenes from Kingdom Hearts coded.
Yeah. That's fantastic.
Yeah, it's amazing. We were talking about this months ago, right? When we heard about Kingdom Hearts 1.5 HD remix.
Yeah.
And
And I
it's
think we predicted. Yeah, I think we
it's
predicted
almost exactly
those
what
games
we
as well.
said, yeah. Except we were saying that the cutscenes collection would be Dream Drop Distance.
Yeah, exactly.
But
So apart
who
from
cares,
that, yeah.
man? We got it almost spot on.
Nice. So yeah, that's something to look forward to. I'll probably get that. Have you been playing the first one at all, or have you not? Been?
I haven't played it since I started it, man, to be
Okay,
honest.
so
I've been super busy, though, so
Yeah.
I will get around to it eventually,
I'll have
definitely.
to pick up both when they come out. Yeah.
I'm definitely going to pick up 2.5, though, because I've been missing Birth by Sleep. I haven't had a PSP for a while, so I haven't been able
Yeah.
to play it. I really want to play that game again, man. It was amazing.
Really good. I haven't played number 2 as well for such a long time. It's nice to go through that.
Speaking of Kingdom Hearts, there was also some new footage released. Did you watch it?
I did of Kingdom Hearts 3.
Yep.
It looks really nice. Because to be honest, I thought when they showed that footage at E3, that it was just sort of, oh, here's what we've been working on as like early work in progress stuff.
Yeah.
And I thought they hadn't really gotten that far, but to show some more footage, it still looks pretty early, but it's encouraging. At least they're saying, we're still doing this.
Couple of things
Still
that I picked
happening.
up on, other than the obvious, in that like they're adding Disneyland rides as summons.
Yeah.
Where when he was fighting the Heartless in the town with his
Yeah.
Keyblade, it transformed into like 2 guns.
Yes, I saw that. Kind of like fist sort of weapons, wasn't it, or something?
Yeah,
Like that?
which is pretty badass, man. He's never really been able to do that before, right?
Yes, it seems to be able to transform the Keyblade into different weapons now,
And that's
which sounds would be amazing.
pretty damn sweet, man. And then there's that. What's the ride called? It's called like Pirate Falls or something like that.
Yes. Looks pretty joke. The big pirate ship where it just goes backwards and forwards. Pirate
Yeah,
ship.
yeah. The pirate ship that just sort of like swings back and forth. That's a ride, right? Is that the Pirates of the Caribbean ride? Yeah,
I don't
actually
know.
might be.
I guess so. Well, they've had the pirate ship thing in a lot of theme parks, even before Pirates of the Caribbean, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Just a generic
There's-
ride.
There's also the roller coaster ride, which
Which was he killing a boss with that? I guess. I think that was more of a
I don't know. He was fighting the Rock Titan whilst on it, right?
yeah.
So maybe that is like just a context sensitive thing,
Mm.
but like you only use that on that boss fight. But either way, it looked really cool.
Looks so pretty, doesn't it? I really like the style that they're going for with it.
does. People online are complaining that it looks shit as well.
Oh, are
In
they?
all the comment sections, they're like, "Pooh, what is this? It just looks like Kingdom Hearts 2." Like, no, that game looks
Yeah.
really nice.
Yeah. I don't know. People are unrealistic.
Well, there was an interview with Tetsuya Nomura on it as well, saying that like they're going for a sort of Disney like color palette and stuff, and
Yeah.
brush
Makes
stroke
sense.
feel and stuff, which
Mm.
it freaking looks like. So
Yeah, it looks so unique. Totally up for that.
well, he was saying they were talking in studio about it, saying that like they didn't want to go the way sort of Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2 had like CG cutscenes that look pretty
Yeah.
nice and stuff. He said he didn't want to use those style of character models. He said it would have been easy for them to just take the sort of like cutscene style character models from the other games and just use them.
Yeah.
But he wanted to give this game sort of a different flavor,
Yeah.
and I think it looks fantastic, to be honest.
Yeah, me too. Really hyped for that.
Awesome. That's enough about Kingdom Hearts, I guess. There's more pressing matters that we need to speak about.
Yep.
One of which is really annoying to me, actually.
Mm-hmm.
But let's go ahead and talk about the delays that have happened recently.
All them
Deluge.
delays.
The deluge of delays.
Yep.
Ubisoft, we're looking at you.
So the biggest one, is which affects all of us. I think we're all planning to get Watchdogs on
Yep.
PS4's launch. So that's a huge blow. So that's coming out next year now, is it?
Yeah.
Looking at April.
Yeah,
Yes,
they
that's
pushed it
quite-
back to their next financial year.
Yeah.
So-
Yeah, I've heard, because originally they said the summer, then I read March, and now it's April. So I'm not even sure if anyone really knows.
The statement said spring next year, but then it talks about their new fiscal year of April onwards, and we just hope for April, really, don't we?
So what do you think about this then?
I reckon it would have been ready to launch. I think the reason they're waiting for their new year is so that they can make more money off of Assassin's Creed that would have been lost with people buying Watch Dogs.
Yep.
Yeah.
So people now will transfer their pre-orders, they'll transfer their money, they'll go for Assassin's Creed instead. That's the alternative. That's what I've been saying. That will get a lot more playtime now at launch.
Mm-hmm.
And then when their new year rolls around and then Watchdog breaks in all that money for them, they're sitting pretty, aren't they?
Yeah, I think it's a good thing. Yeah, I think we would have been, oversaturated with too many games for the PS4. Because I would have done the same. Assassin's Creed wouldn't have got a look in if I went for Watch Dogs straight away.
Yeah.
Now that I don't have the choice,
tempted. I'm tempted to still not buy it, man.
Yeah,
The
I was
last
gonna
time
say,
you said
I
that
have.
Ubisoft have done it. That is the only other third-person sort of action-adventure type game that is out on the next gen at launch, right?
But I
That's
think it
my
looks
only
good.
option.
I don't think I'm not doing it out of no choice, but it did look good, and I would have bought it if I wanted to spend more money, but I didn't.
My problem with
So-
it is this, right? It's an Assassin's Creed game. That is why I don't want to pick it up, right? If it was just an awesome, the trailers look fucking awesome with the pirates and the pirate ship battles and stuff. It looks really cool. Then I remember that at some point it's going to be fucking sequence lost or some shit, and then it's going to be all Animus based and stuff.
Yeah, but,
We'll see.
but hang on. I'm with Ben with this. I've lost a lot of respect for the Assassin's Creed series, and as I was talking to my brother about this, and I think the number 2 I thought was probably the best in the series.
Yeah,
But
me
it
too.
also was the one that caused the most issues, because then they got too carried away with Revelations and Brotherhood. And if you bought those, you're playing exactly the same game. And by the time 3 came out, I just didn't want to play it. And even aside of how that it was probably the most buggiest game I've ever played, I can't. The idea of playing another Assassin's Creed doesn't appeal to me in the slightest.
I think the setting is so different now. It really appeals to me. I think I will wait for the reviews and see what they say. And
But
I'll say this, right?
I'm a bit confused how you can be sorry to interrupt, but how can you be an assassin if you're a pirate?
Why not, man? How could you be an
seems
assassin if you were a Native
Banana.
American warrior during the Revolutionary War, man? Anyone can be
That's the point.
assassins.
Yeah, but that's the thing, though. I mean, Assassin's Creed 1 and 2 were sort of really stealthy, and then 3, I didn't play that much, but from what I played, it seemed a bit more actiony. And I didn't think it really the game.
Well, it depends how you
controlled
play,
enough, but-
right? any of them can be stealthy, and any of them you can just stand blocking and spam counter to kill everyone. So
Well, not really. When you got hordes of people coming over to you, and you're supposed to defend something.
Yeah, people can just counter.
It has changed. I think Assassin's Creed 1 for me felt more like Crackdown. Like there would always be goons in the street, there'd always be stuff going on, but for your main bad guy takedown, they were set pieces, they were somewhere, and you had to use stealth to get to them, and that worked really well. I'd like to see that like be a strong point again. You know, you want to feel like you have to make a massive effort to get to your final takedown. I think that's what Gianni's talking about, though. You can just go in and hack and slash your way through them. You don't feel like you've really played that assassin role.
What my complaint is,
if anything,
it looks really nice. The trailers look really good. The characters look fantastic. The gameplay looks really fun. But I'm gonna hate the story because that setting and those characters and that gameplay, they could have just given it a sort of Pirates of the Caribbean style story. It could have been self-contained. It could have been a really good game. But I know it's going to be, the fucking Templars this, and like the League of Assassins that. Oh, look, Piece of Eden. Like, I don't give a shit about that stuff, and it's going to detract from the gameplay to me, I think.
You're looking at 8 hours modern day gameplay in there as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think I read that. 8 hours.
Playing as who, though?
I don't know.
Because, spoilers, I guess.
8 hours is a long time.
I think you play as Tom Selleck.
That's a game of COD. But look, my point is though, if it is because of Assassin's Creed, that does make me even more pissed off because I have no interest in that franchise. I was really looking forward to Watchdogs, which would have been
Watchdogs is really good.
Yeah, and so now I have to wait because they want to milk a franchise even more to its death. I've got to wait until March instead of my launch game.
I'm probably being pessimistic. That's obviously not the official reason that they're doing it. They say it's to tailor the game, make sure it's 100% right. You'd like to think that, wouldn't you? And then essentially, if a game isn't right when it's being released, then you're going to be upset with it. So you'd rather it was worked on and the devs had more time to make it the game you want, right?
Did it affect the PS3 and 360 edition?
Every copy, it's all pulled for now.
I see.
Every single version. So it's not just like polishing off this version. From what they're saying, it's about making sure the gaming experience is right. But from me, being, the realist I am and thinking of these nasty negatives, I just think that it's more to do with how they want to release it and make sure Assassin's Creed still gets the numbers. Because it will be like a detriment to the sales of Assassin's Creed if it comes out.
Here's something else to consider. When are we due to get the Division? Is that next year or the year after?
I think it's like next year or the year after.
If they're planning on releasing the Division sort of next Christmas or early 2015, then that will also fall into next financial year. So they'll be hitting out Watch Dogs, The Crew, and the Division all in the same financial year, and that'll be massive for them.
I would have thought the Division would have been early 2015. I'll have to have a look. I'm not sure.
As long as it falls below April 1st, 2015, it will be in the 2014 financial year. So
yeah.
So the final thing I just want to say about it, though, is what makes me more concerned. Well, I think, Jay, you're on the money with it all because I fail to see how a game a month before its release, they'll then pull it until about 5 months. I mean, how can a game go from being ready in a month to it's not going to be ready for another 5 months? It doesn't make any sense.
There are other delays this week that are even closer then because the Batman game on the Wii U, PC, and then the Blackgate version on the 3DS have all been delayed by 2 weeks. Now we're a week away from launch when they announced this. What's going on there?
That could be anything though, right? That could be an issue with the actual print run of the discs and cartridges or stuff like that.
Wasn't there a problem with Little Big Planet on one of them? Because one of the songs was like...
Yeah, that was the first game, wasn't it?
Something about religion or something.
Delayed massively, that one, yeah. That took ages to come out.
Because they had to take out one of the songs. Well, no, they took out the lyrics because it was like, when they translated it from...
Passages from the Quran.
Yeah.
And I think the problem with that was I think they'd already been printed or there was something like that. So they had to...
They were ready to go, yeah.
Yeah, they were ready to be shipped. So that was...
It's kind of like the Ocarina of Time. The Fire Temple had passages from the Quran as well. So they had to
It did.
recall
Did it?
the cartridges.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when you like listen to the Fire Temple's theme, there should be like an overlaying track of a chorus of like people like sort of like
Chanting.
a religious chanting passages of the Quran. They had to remove that.
Oh,
Wow.
crap. I didn't know that.
So it's happened a few times. The same sort of thing.
Damn you, religion! Stay away from our video games.
Yeah.
Mm.
Censorship.
Enough of
What
it.
about Drive Club? How does that affect you guys?
I'm gonna have to buy Need for Speed now, aren't I?
If you need a racing game at launch, yeah. I mean, it was
That was
going to
the only
be.
reason I wasn't buying one, because it was going to be PlayStation Plus.
Yeah.
It's a freebie. The good news, it will still be for free when the game launches eventually if you have PlayStation Plus.
It's good.
So they're not going to pull it. Although they are replacing it in the offer now for launch, they won't be...
So what's going to be in there now for the PS?
you're going to get Contrast.
I'm glad.
What's-
Yeah,
what's
I mean,
that?
that's the thing. We win here, right? Because although it would have been nice to have this game at launch, we're still going to get it, and then we're getting Contrast, which looks fantastic.
What's Contrast?
It's like
What is it?
it's an indie sort of puzzle platformer type game, man.
Oh, really?
You can jump into the shadows and use them as platforms as well and things.
Contrast. Yeah, I can one with you.
Yeah,
You
it
Oh.
looks more
Film
interesting
art.
to me than Drive Club, so I'm happy.
That's
Yeah.
quite good. Yeah.
I feel bad
Well, I
for
think-
you if you were really excited for Drive Club, but I'm not a racing fan, and that game looks more like my thing. So
Yeah, but you're
Yeah.
still going to get it. So when it's ready and it's right, you're still going to get it.
But I think that's the thing. I mean, I am slightly disappointed, but then again, because it's still going to be free anyway. And I think because it was free, I'm not as fussed about it being delayed, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because it's just like they don't have to give it to free. If they turn around tomorrow and said no, we're not going to do it, then I'd be
That's-
disappointed. But
yeah.
yeah.
But something like Watchdogs, you had the hard pre-order, didn't you? You had the hardware pre-order.
Yeah, it was like a week ago or something. I was asked what I want with my deal, and I put in Watchdogs, and now I can't get it. But
Have they contacted you now? What's happening?
basically, Shop 2 have said, and all the retailers have said, your PlayStation 4 is still confirmed. Because this is what's most confusing, is that bundle didn't exist until like a month ago. And the reason why they've released the bundles is to free up more individual consoles for general release, I think. So I got an email, I had to choose between a bunch of bundles, and I chose that one because I was going to get it anyway. And now it's been pulled, so Sony can't be too happy with Ubisoft with that.
Yeah, it must have been pretty last minute.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds. I don't know. Obviously, we probably will never know the ins and outs of it. But yeah, so yeah, now they basically said I can choose another bundle, which I can't remember what was involved in it. They said, but you can also wait because they're waiting on Sony to announce that whatever
So,
if they're going to offer any other bundles.
you were already going to get Battlefield 4, right?
Yeah.
So just switch to the Killzone bundle then if they're doing that.
Yeah,
yes,
we're going
that
to be
was
playing
it.
it.
Yeah, that's what they said. But I'm just going to wait to see what comes up. I probably will end up getting a Killzone bundle and buying Battlefield 4 anyway. But I'm just curious in case there's anything else, or if there's.
This was going to be my next question then, because we were all going to pick up Watch Dogs. Do you guys now replace that game, or do you just see it as money saving for now and just stick with what you had? Or do you actually have a game in its place?
Yeah, I guess I'm going to get Assassin's Creed as much as I don't want to.
Oh, you're just.
I need.
See,
I can't just have this new console and only have FPS to play on it, man.
Yeah.
That's the
I
problem,
need something
isn't it?
that isn't
Too
an
much of
FPS.
one thing.
Yeah. So true. Yeah, I'll be getting Assassin's Creed as well. But
I'll-
I'm looking forward to it. Everything that they've shown so far looks really good to me.
But yeah, you were sold on it from early days, weren't you?
Yeah,
So-
I've always said that looks really nice, and it could be different. Everyone else was so dismissive of it, but
Maybe.
say give it a chance.
What do you think,
maybe
Gianni?
good.
Killzone?
I don't know.
I get the idea. Don't get me wrong. When I saw the ships, I was like, "That's pretty cool." But then I realised it's still Assassin's Creed, and I'll tell you now, it'll have all the problems that 3 had. All the problems. It might even be worse because there's more going on, and that's
They've
what
got
concerns me.
They've got the
I'm just
bonus of having pirates, and they'll get a free pass on that from me. So
Listen, if all I do is get on that ship and marvel at the water physics, that's fine. I can see
Money
my
well
PS4
spent.
yeah, hard at work.
Why don't you just go to Portsmouth Harbour and go have a look at the ships there?
It's not running off PS4, is it? Not a new toy that I just bought. I spent 500 quid on.
Can see Johnny just wanking into a paddling pool while he wears a scuba mask.
Exactly. Them splash physics.
Oh god.
Oh fuck.
No. But I was gonna just go. I wasn't gonna get another game, but I thought if you guys are all getting Killzone and Battlefield, then I will as well.
Fucking cheap.
Because I don't want I don't want to be left with one game now. But I'm not really sure what I'm gonna do. But yeah, that's why I'm waiting to see the bundles because I don't know.
What I might do instead, rather than get Assassin's Creed, even though I might end up doing that, is just save the money that I would have spent on Watch Dogs and maybe pick up a capture card for my PS4 instead.
That would be nice.
Yeah, I think that would work out best for everyone.
I'll tell you what you could do.
What?
Just $11.99 to download Minecraft PS4. There you go.
Oh no, that was already on the cards, man. Don't worry about that.
Yes.
Yeah.
You guys are going to get it?
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm
definitely.
fucking up for Minecraft. That's the game for me. Now that Infamous isn't launched, it's all about Minecraft.
We are definitely going to Minecraft it up.
I miss Minecraft.
You know what else is going to be fun? If Jamie and the missus are on Minecraft and they've got their share feature open, I can just watch them play Minecraft and just be relaxed. I won't even have to play it myself. It'll be awesome.
That's creepy.
Weirdo.
Yeah.
Good times.
So delays suck.
Delays do
Yeah.
suck, indeed.
Sometimes they're okay.
Yeah, sometimes they're
When
alright.
it's Drive Club, they're okay. When it's the crew, we didn't even mention that.
Beneficial.
No one fucking cares.
No, the crew wasn't a launch title anyway, so
Oh,
what the
okay.
fuck? Nobody cares. It was already going to be next year.
All right, never mind then. All right, moving on then. Xbox One will not use real name ID at launch. So you're going to have to put up with being killed and racially abused by someone called XX Hot 360 No Scope Headshot XX for a little,
Yeah.
at least a little while longer.
No, I changed my gamer tag. That's not it anymore.
Yeah,
It's so strange, isn't it? Like, well, not at launch. So they do a plan to incorporate it, right, at some point. So what's stopping them from not incorporating it from the beginning?
Probably all the people that do that complaining that, oh, well, we'll just go get a different console if you're going to make us use our real names.
But is it going to be mandatory? Like when they eventually do it, they're going to force everyone to do it.
If it's not mandatory, what's the point in implementing?
wait, can someone just explain to me this because I don't quite get it. Is it just your real name associated with your gamer tag?
Yeah, so your real name would show up on like game listings, and that would be your gamer tag instead.
Think of
of
it like a
actually having
Facebook
gamer tag.
thing. It would just
Yeah.
be your name. Yeah.
I don't want my name put. I'm quite happy with a gamer tag. Why would you want your name posted all
Well,
over boards and shit?
because they're trying to like curb all this, trash talking and people being
Rampant
racist,
racism and stuff,
homophobic, and
Yeah, so what they'd what they would prefer is that you can actually find their name, track them down on Facebook, see where
Yeah.
they live, and then go and actually do these things they're threatening to do to you.
That's
Exactly.
even worse.
Yeah,
That's the
Silent
problem.
Bob their asses.
Yes, with all that money at the end. I prefer a gamer tag.
Yeah.
I've got no issue with that. What I would like to see is just stick with it being your gamer tag, and then when you have people on your actual friends list, your real name will appear to them above the gamer tag, almost in a Twitter style. You can have a name
Yeah.
and your Twitter tag.
they
Yeah.
should do
What a
that.
choice
Yeah.
to do. Yeah.
But you don't need to actually have your name on a game listing. A gamer tag is cool, right? It's like going to Laser Quest.
Well, the thing is, I'm on the stance of where I think they should have your real name because I think that would make people think twice before shouting these things over
Would
on
it?
like.
Yeah,
I reckon
definitely.
so.
Like if somebody
there's
was
some
really
psychos out there
shouting
that-
mass like racial abuse at me and stuff, oh you
Hang on, how
fucking
can someone
nigger,
shout
blah, blah,
racial-
blah. Then I can like look at their name, be like, okay, that's your name. Instantly do a Google search, find their Facebook, Twitter, and stuff. Like people they'd think twice, man. If like they
Alright.
get like found out.
Isn't that Microsoft's job? So that you file a complaint about abuse, isn't that their job? Are we not now just committing crimes on behalf of Microsoft because they're so lazy?
And don't
You
forget-
report somebody as abuse, right? Because I used to report a lot of people for playing like cracked games and doing stuff really bad. You don't see anything from it, do you? They don't do anything about it.
And
Well, you
don't
wouldn't
forget,
know. 'cause
there's
it's
also
behind-
this other thing. If you're pretty good at a game, how many times have you played a game and then you got hate afterwards sent to your inbox, right? People are just generally crazy. And also stop someone taking that a step further. They've already got your name and probably your location will be up there as well. Like, And when you got a name like mine, it's not the most common of names. It's not the most common. I'm not going to lie. It's not a common
Straight out
name.
of London, that name.
Yeah. But people are crazy. I don't want my name posted on there for the sole reason that if I snipe someone and I'm actually quite good at a game, that somebody could still somehow track me down quite easily because they've got my name and they could put that into Google and they've got a 1 in 5 chance or something. Not that I've Googled my name. No, I'm sorry. That's the most. I'm quite glad that's not coming out. That's a real stupid idea.
At launch, so I think they plan to at some point.
Well, I won't be
So
getting
we
it.
kind of split on this then. I mean, Gianni against it and you guys are for it, or?
I think so.
I think it's a good idea. I think it will go a long way towards solving their problems online.
Me too.
But, so the company then, let's look at Microsoft. When you sign up to an account, you give them your real name, you give them your address, then you put a gamer tag up to appear on a social front. So Microsoft have your details. If there's an issue, why aren't they dealing with you?
Plus, if you use your real name and stuff like that on there, it will be a lot easier to tie it into Facebook and Twitter and stuff. So you can have updates going live from your game and stuff straight to Facebook.
And
I'd imagine that's got a lot to do with it.
And when their system eventually gets hacked, like all 3 console manufacturers have had over the past few years, they've got even more information about you.
Yeah. Well, you tell to Apple who've got everyone's fingerprints now. So when they get hacked, all their fingerprints are gone as well.
But this is something that's actually happened, right? Sony, Microsoft, and Nintendo, they've all had security breaches, right, from various things. And I think Microsoft one was only gamer tags. Now, if your gamer tag is now your name, or your online ID is now your name, then if they've got that in your card details, which they got from Sony, it's so you're just playing into the hands of the hackers. The less information you have online, the better it is. So why are they asking for more? I don't know.
Social passport, man.
Yeah.
It's not good.
I'm not happy about that.
I think rather than what we've been saying about the whole like combating people who are like being abusive and stuff, I think it's got a lot more to do with the fact that it will be linking to Facebook and things. That's way more likely that they just want it to be a complete like social media blanket. Like it works across all different things. That way you could also sign up for a Xbox Live membership just straight through Facebook as well. Like I'll use your Facebook to fill in the details and stuff.
But isn't there some sort of I seem to remember when I played Blow, it asked me if I wanted to link my Facebook account with it, and
I'd imagine actually, that was like at the game level, like
yeah,
so
Sony
that was through the game.
You could link your Facebook account, and I don't know about Twitter, but definitely Facebook with your PSN account, because whenever you got a trophy, it posted it onto Facebook. Posted onto Facebook, and it was really irritating. So you can already do that, but that's a choice.
Okay. Well, maybe who knows then, man. The only people that know is Microsoft, really, right? We could guess all day, but we're not going to get anywhere. It's a thing that's going to happen maybe at a later date.
But this was the other problem we had with the YouTube channel. So the last I'm going to say on it. This, when I did something and then it just changed it to Ben Louch and we wanted it as GSC Games.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the same. That's exactly what happened.
That's Google though, right? That's them trying to have their like, well, we own YouTube now, so we want you to use your same sort of Google Plus account or whatever across all of it.
Yeah. So it's the same sort of thing. They're sort of forcing you to put your real name into it.
No. That's just us being stupid. There's definitely a way for us to have the channel still be called what it is, and it still be registered as if it was like my name. There's a way around that because a lot of other channels don't have a problem with it. We're just too stupid to realize how to do it. That's the only problem, man.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't like this idea. Moving on.
No one ever was.
Cool. Whilst we're still talking about Microsoft then, they've decided to keep their free game promotion with Xbox Live Gold running going forwards, even though they were going to cancel it when the Xbox One came out. So what do you guys think of that?
I can't wait to play Halo 2.
They really need to offer better games.
It needed to be. I mean, look, we're going to get moving into November. They've revealed the PlayStation Plus games. You're going to get Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance thingy. You're going to get that one, right? That's a game from the last 12 months. No, fucking hell, Microsoft. It's not that hard. Like, why haven't you put Gears of War games in there yet?
Do you know what the most interesting thing was? They said 97% of people want us to continue this service.
Shit.
There was no. They asked the wrong question. They should have said, "Are you happy with the games?"
Who are the 3%?
99%.
Who are the 3% going? No, I don't want you to give me games for free with my subscription. Who the fuck is saying that, man?
To be honest, if you've logged in and you're like, "Oh, I got Magic the Gathering and Halo 3," fuck off.
I'd be happy with that. Just saying.
Go get stuffed. Keep your games.
What does it say as a whole, though? Do you think that is just a PR move of them like still being nice to people, or do you think that's code for like, well, we're fucking done with the 360, so we don't care about the software library on it. We'll just start giving it out for free.
Did they say, are they going to move on to Xbox One?
I don't think they confirmed that you were going to get free games on Xbox One. I don't think that's the way it's going to work. It's only 360 still.
Yeah.
The other thing is, I think Microsoft. I'd be surprised if it's not on Xbox One, because they need to do something on that respect. Because otherwise, Sony is going to have such a head start with subscribers. Because on paper, which one are you going to go for?
Well, both are needed for online multiplayer, so
yeah,
it's going to be fairly down the middle.
Again, I always put it into this sort of scenario. Imagine there's no price difference between the consoles, or you're buying FIFA on the PS4, so they're the same price. And
there's no price difference between the consoles.
Say there's no
Xbox One stomps, rape stomps. It's not even a competition, because everyone would just be like, "Oh yeah, the new Xbox is the same price as the PS4, so why would I go to a different platform?"
Yeah, man, that new Drake machine. Drake FIFA.
If there wasn't a price difference, the Xbox One would absolutely curb stomp the PS4.
How come?
Just purely because of brand recognition, man. It's the same reason the PS2 was absolutely like enormous. People just went from their PS1 straight to the PS2, and it completely overshadowed the Xbox and the GameCube. I don't care that it was released earlier; it still would have done it.
I'm not sure. I don't know. I would have thought the law of say four free games every month.
People.
Carry on, Johnny.
I was gonna say, people don't know. The average person doesn't know about that. Like, they just think, oh, Xbox, let's get Xbox. They don't know what the PS3 offers because they're not interested.
All of my friends that aren't you guys are excited for the Xbox One. They don't care.
There are people outside of us.
Yeah. I'm just saying, the people I know.
I try and explain why I think the PS4 is good, to them, and they're like, "Nah, man, we're just gonna go for the Xbox, like, because we know Xbox."
Yeah,
that's gonna happen, man. Yeah, I think a lot of the games media, because the people who are actually like in the games media or closely follow the games media, they kind of know what's going on. So they're the people that are really looking forward to the PS4 and all the new things that it's bringing to the table and stuff. But everyone else is still hyped up for the Xbox One. That's what they want, and I think people are going to be quite surprised by the actual like sales that happen over the Christmas period. And I wouldn't be surprised if the Xbox One was storming ahead.
The only thing I'm going to say is don't underestimate the difference in price. When push comes to shove, don't forget, this is going to be coming up towards Christmas. When push comes to shove, I guarantee you, people will be looking at the prices and go, well, for that sort of price difference, I'll go for the cheaper one, because it means I can buy this, and this.
That's only for people who are buying it as gifts, really. But for actual gamers, I don't think they care so much about price. I mean, they're willing to save up anyway. If they're saving up already now, if
you look at the amount of money I'm pumping into PlayStation for this release, right? All I have to do is lose 80 quid of that, and I could have had an Xbox One with a similar amount of games, right? So if I dropped 2 of the titles, I'd still be getting a few games.
Well, it wouldn't even be that, right? Because once you take away the cost of your FIFA, because that comes with the Xbox One, It's
if
only
you had
about £20
pre-ordered it.
difference.
You're looking at like pre-order bonus initiatives, like a certain batch of people get FIFA, then it became a day one edition for some people to get Forza with their pre-orders, and now anyone in the last part of pre-orders and onwards won't get any of them.
Let's
So
not mince
you
words.
pick up one at launch.
Dead
Yeah.
Rising 3 is a launch title, right?
Yeah.
So they've got a much better launch title than we have. I say we. Now I'm sounding like a fucking Sony defense
Fanboy, right? Yeah.
Right. No, I'm only saying that because I'm getting a PS4, right? But Dead Rising 3 is a fantastic third-person. I haven't played it, but the Dead Rising franchise, the Dead Rising
It's an
franchise is a
important
really
game
good.
to have as an exclusive, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
It's a big move.
And
Is this is coming from the same guy though who said he's not getting. Was it you saw Dead Rising 3 and you were actually pissed off? You didn't like it. You said you're not getting it.
no, I was annoyed that it didn't look like it was funny like the other two, but then there was trailers that came out after that of people running about in nappies and stuff, so it still has that in there.
It's all in there.
It just looks like the actual story itself has gone for like a more grittier tone, which like I'm fine if some games do that. It could
The
work.
battle between the consoles, though, really now needs to come down to who has the best exclusives. Not just at launch, but in the long run, as an investment. When I looked at the PlayStation 3 from launch, I didn't feel like it had the strongest exclusivity, you know. But then going on with the PlayStation 3, you seem to get more exclusives released throughout the time, and it just seemed like the better option, you know.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the momentum definitely was with PS3 towards no shadow of a doubt. After I don't know, for me on the Xbox 360 when Gears of War 3 came out, it sort of died a bit. There wasn't anything really that grabbed my attention. If that makes any sense?
I think you're right. I think after Gears 3, that's where the console lost its edge from us. You know, it still had some great exclusive games, and yeah, you're right. Gears of War would be one of those, but after Gears 3, it kind of just
waned,
it kind of went the wrong way. People say Halo 4 is one of the best games on the Xbox 360, though.
I haven't played it, and I really regret not having played it. But I didn't have an Xbox when it released. That would be probably the one game that I would want to own an Xbox for again right now. I don't know.
Interesting.
It's not worth buying an Xbox again just to play it though, and that was my mindset on release as well. So
no, of course. But yeah.
Cool. So apparently, because I haven't read anything about this, right? Apparently, there was an increase in Wii U sales after the release of the Wind Waker HD, right?
Great.
I don't think that it has anything to do with the fact that the Wind Waker HD came out. I think it's got more to do with the fact that there was a price drop.
Okay.
Well, yeah,
they had 3.65 million units sold up to the release of Wind Waker.
Yep.
And then they saw a 468% increase in console sales the week of the Wind Waker coming out. And now they are averaging 3 times as many console sales per week as they were before Wind Waker was released.
But the Wind Waker bundle, correct me if I'm wrong, is the same price as the premium bundle was on its own anyway, right? It's like the Wind Waker's in there for
console,
free.
It's £250. So you get the limited artwork gamepad. Nothing's different about the console, which is a bit of a shame. The gamepad has that gold emblem on there. And then it's a download code of the game as well, which is a bit disappointing there. But for $250, and I think that's what they're looking at with their premium bundles at the moment. So it's about $250, and then you'll get like the Mario and Luigi game in there, or so like the Mario and then the Pikmin game and things like that. So I think that's where they're going, really.
But that is what they've done with the price drop then, yeah? They've just included a game instead.
Yeah, I think rather than it... Because that's the thing, it doesn't look like a price drop to me, but I think it's because they're starting to include a game.
Yeah.
And the games are getting cheaper. What you got to look at is where the console hasn't been selling too well.
Oh,
Some
wow.
of the games have dropped, yeah. Like, we saw... there was a deal a while ago to get Zombie U for under a tenner.
Oh, wow,
There's
really?
a lot of games online Like Assassin's Creed 3 is like $11.99 in places
Yeah.
and stuff. There's a
Well-
lot of Wii U games that are sub £20.
Even back in February this year, and you got to think it only launched at the end of last year. I picked up the Arkham City game, Armored Edition, for like £14. And that's like 2 months after the console's launched, 3 months after it's launched. It's insane. Like,
Well,
'cause of the
I mean,
sales drop. Yeah,
If this increased sales thing carries on, you'll stop seeing that.
yeah.
go
But now's
back
the
up.
time to quickly grab them. Yeah, if
Yep.
you were going to join up now, you'd get a console and a couple of cheap titles before that happens. That's the point. But yeah,
If I didn't have a PS4 sort of, ready to purchase, I would probably pick up one, with Wind Waker.
so if you'd missed out on the pre-order for the launch,
Yeah, if I wasn't getting a PS4, if all my money wasn't going onto that, I would pick up a Wii.
so let's
Eventually
say
I'll get one.
let's say you pre-ordered PS4 and then you found out you weren't getting one for launch day. You didn't get the first batch.
I probably would have just waited for the PS4 until next year and just got a Wii U, because I will have to get a Wii U eventually for like Smash Brothers, the new Zelda, the new Mario looks really good. The classic games that we're all going to want that Nintendo makes.
We're gonna have a Christmas party there, and you guys are gonna come and play Mario.
Oh, definitely.
That will definitely happen.
Little GSC. We'll have some chips and dips and some.
Ah, sounds good.
Recorded live.
We'll do something. Yeah,
Yeah,
we'll do it. Yeah.
I was
so what's
actually
that space?
thinking about that, by the way.
What's that?
Things that we could do sort of over Christmas and New Year for maybe a couple of sort of like special podcasts.
Yeah, we should try and do it.
I'll go over the ideas with you later, but I've got some plans.
Nice. Look forward to that then.
Yeah.
Cool. So Naughty Dog have confirmed that they are not going to be porting The Last of Us to PS4. That's no surprise to me. Why are people expecting so many of these later gen games to be ported to next gen?
Because it happened with last gen, right?
Did it? I don't remember it happening last gen. Need for Speed Carbon is the only one off the top of my head. that I think on that.
I think it must be more out of a hope, isn't it? That it's one of this year's, or probably this year's biggest, or most
Game of the year, Janny, is what
critically
we're looking for.
most critically acclaimed game. That's what I was going to say, right? So it's probably more out of hope than anything. But it's all died down to talk. But the whole being able to stream PS3 games again, going in the future. So it's not like you're not going to be able to play The Last of Us on your PS4. It's just, you're not going to
They
be
did
able to
announce one, like with Two Souls, Beyond Two Souls. You have the PS3 version and the PS4 version. Obviously, the PS4 version is going to look, supposedly much better.
There's a PS4 version of Beyond Two Souls.
There is, right?
I don't think so. I think it's PS3 exclusive.
I
They
thought it was
didn't
gonna be a
confirm there was going to be a PS4 version. Just
Unless you're
PS3
seeing
that
something
one.
we haven't. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm sorry. I thought I read that somewhere.
No worries.
Because I thought at the one of the conferences, the guy who does it, what's his name? Emotions.
David Cage.
That guy, yeah, David Cage. I thought he was saying about how the character model in the PS4 version is going to have like 4 million pixels. Or
No,
something.
he was talking about he showed the character models from Heavy Rain. Then he showed the character models from Beyond Two Souls, which were, I think he said something like it was like 20,000 polys in Heavy Rain characters, 30,000 polys in Beyond Two Souls, and then something like 100 and something thousand polys in the head that he showed for the PS4, like to show the difference. Something like that. I'm probably way off with that poly count, but fuck it, who cares? He chats shit anyway. He does, man.
Yeah. He's got a project for PS4, but it's not going to be Beyond Two Souls ported over or anything.
It's going to have something to do with that wizard that he showed.
You know, I think if The Last of Us was being released in November time, then we would have probably seen it cross-platform. But I mean, that's it really. It came out back in June. Way too early.
I don't think it can happen, to be honest. I think people forget how different the PS4 is going to be from the PS3 architecture-wise. Games that are built to take full advantage of the PS3, they're built around a completely different system than you would have to build a game to take full advantage of the PS4. Like the PS3 has a lot of potential to output good graphics and stuff. I mean, you see it in The Last of Us and the Uncharted games, but you have to do some really roundabout bullshit things to get it to output those graphics, which is why multi-platform games almost always look better on the 360.
Yeah.
So I think it would be really hard for them to take a PS3 game and port it over to the PS4, one that's been made specifically for the PS3.
Yeah.
But that's it. A game that's just come out, though, would you want that game over on your PS4?
I don't know how much the PS4 could add to The Last of Us. I mean, it was already stunningly beautiful.
No, I mean, I own The Last of Us as a download code anyway, so when you can stream games and so on, I can probably see that just being in my store available to download again, and I will play it again, but I wouldn't be looking for any advances. I'd be looking for the same game.
Yeah.
There's nothing you can do to it. It's a great title.
Do you think we're going to see a second one then on the PS4? The Last of Us again.
The Last of Us again.
It's gonna be called Seriously, We Are The Last of Us.
The Last of Us and him.
Definitely The Last of Us.
I'd like to see another game in that universe, but I wouldn't want to see it starring Joel and Ellie, because I feel like that game had the best ending. Like, the ending just fit perfectly. So
The Other Last of Us.
The Other Last of Us.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, there's other people all over the place in that game. In that world, you know, there's pockets of humanity everywhere. So it could just be someone maybe in a different country or in another part of the United States.
Interlocking story, maybe.
I don't know.
Crisscross, maybe.
I feel like it doesn't need a sequel with those characters. That told their story really well. If they just expand on it now, it kind of cheapens that story. That they
show the
told.
perspective from the clicker. That'd be good.
Just play it as a clicker.
Let's have one on the streets of London.
London.
Tap I1 to click.
Every time someone says London,
game set in London.
It's never gonna happen, man. It's never gonna happen.
Didn't
It just
Rockstar-
won't sell. People want it
didn't
in America.
Didn't Rockstar say that they're never going to do another London game?
Yeah, people just want America. That's
yeah,
all.
but hang on, they're basing it on GTA London, which completely sucked.
Which was an
It's basic.
expansion.
Yeah,
No, there was Getaway London as well, or whatever.
Getaway Black
Yeah, but
Monday or whatever it was called.
Yeah.
yeah, but Getaway was alright, but
No.
No, people.
no, the first one
What
was
they're
okay.
saying is, people in America don't want to play a game set in England. They don't want to, man. But people in England don't give a fuck. They'll play a game set in America.
Yeah.
But then they love stuff like Sherlock and stuff, so it's a bit hypocritical.
No, they don't, man. A select few people who have taste in America love Sherlock.
But he means like, the
It's not massive. Like, the
They're
BBC
massive.
channels over there aren't massive.
Don't say that.
Tell you what it is. They're
American
too
people
fucking
like
fat and lazy to come over here and do research. That's what it is.
Jamie,
What do you mean we've got to make a game in London? That means I've got to go take photos and stuff.
I think we have one
Google
American
Maps.
guy
I'll
who
just
listens
Google
to our
Maps.
podcast. Shut up, Jamie.
Huh?
No, but he
What's
might be cultured.
wrong with that? No, I'm
Or she.
serious. You think I'm complaining? It's fact. That is true, man. People in America only want to play American things. People in a lot of other countries that play these games only want to play sort of based in America games, man.
Well, actually, no,
That's
I
fine.
don't agree. I think they just want to blow up Russians because that seems to be.
Easy.
We are getting-
Russians
we
are
are
just the
going
go-to
somewhere.
enemies, man, right now. No, they're not even. It's the Koreans now. The Koreans are the go-to enemies.
Yeah.
It was Russians. Before that, it was Nazis.
Well, it still is. I mean, Wolfenstein series is still going on, and
No one fucking
Don't
cares
give a
about
shit.
Wolfenstein,
Yeah.
man. A new one got announced. I didn't even know anything about it, man.
I think we
That's how
mentioned
much I
it.
care.
Like, new Wolfenstein. Nope. Moving on.
There was that rumor that Rockstar are already making the sequel, obviously to GTA 5, like already
Shocker.
getting ideas.
man.
Yeah, I know. What a shocker. But I would really like it to be based in a different country.
I'd like.
Because they were supposed to be like, doing a GTA Tokyo or something. That could be amazing.
Are you talking about that Rockstar's employee CV?
Yeah.
There was a Rockstar employee CV this week that showed that he was working on a top new title for a already well-known IP.
Yeah.
So I'd like that to be Red Dead again.
That's what I
Red
was
Dead's
gonna
still I love Red Dead Redemption. More so the Undead Nightmare. That's one of the best expansions to ever be conceived and given to us. I think it was a
I
beautiful game.
loved it, man. Absolutely loved it. Do you know why? Because it took that serious Red Dead world and it added the old school GTA humor and stuff to it. and then
Yeah.
gave it zombies, and it was perfect. Absolutely perfect.
Shame I never played it.
Oh, it's fantastic.
Did you never
Definitely.
play? Did you never play Undead Nightmare?
No.
It's probably the best. I don't know whether. Yeah, it probably is the best DLC I've ever played, man.
Wow, even more than
Really, really good.
that. Even more than that Mass Effect one you loved.
Yes. There you go.
100%.
Yeah, it is. It's still
Okay.
Red Dead Redemption's not as good as Mass Effect, but that DLC as a piece of DLC was better than the Mass Effect DLC. There you go.
Didn't you cry at the Mass Effect DLC?
A little bit. I got choked up. That Overlord DLC, man, you don't understand.
I understand.
Jamie
Jamie
understands.
played
He
it.
played it. You
The
guys.
feels
you
of the
understand.
Overlord DLC.
Them feels. Them Westphalia.
It's been out long enough. At the end, you fight your way through this thing. You find out that this guy has hooked up his disabled brother, his brain damaged disabled brother, to a machine, and his brother's just crying and stuff in this machine. Oh, it's fucked up, man. Proper fucked up. I had feels, man, at the end of that. His brother's just all crying. All he can think of is maths equations because he's disabled Rain Man. It's fucking horrible, man. But it was
Disabled Machine
good.
Brothers, hey.
It was good.
Disabled Machine Brothers, happy 25th.
What?
So we've been, we speaking about fat Americans and disabled machine brothers and stuff. Happy 25th.
What are we like?
Oh God.
Oh dear.
Oh, okay. So, do you think there's any titles that need to be ported across to PS4 right now? Because I personally don't. But
No. Nothing
I'd
from the
rather see-
PlayStation 3 anyway.
Yeah.
I'd rather see studios focus on creating new content rather than going back and porting shit that they've already released.
It's all right. They can put them all in the last 3 years of its life, and then we can have HD remix of HD remix.
Yeah.
But
It'll be
if any
super HD remix.
if any PC developers want to port over some of their stuff to the PS4, that's
Such as?
A-okay, man.
Yeah.
Like what?
What was that game that just came out? Was it Shadow Warrior or something? The one where it's an FPS, but you've got a katana and stuff. That just
Okay.
came out. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Oh,
Yeah, I know.
It's PC,
No?
I'm lost.
Oh fuck, man! It's a remake. I think it's Shadow Warrior. That just came out. That I'd be happy if that came to PS4.
Hmm.
Definitely, that looks awesome.
I just thought it was a real shame how the Smash Brothers Sony version bombed so hard.
you know what?
They didn't-
Super
They didn't
All-Stars.
copy Smash Brothers enough. That's why.
Yeah, they should have done exactly.
It's because despite having a large, great catalogue of exclusive titles, they don't have the characters.
Yeah. I mean,
I don't understand why
Ninte-
Crash Bandicoot wasn't in there.
Because Activision owns him.
What?
Activision
Activision
owns
owns
Crash.
Yeah,
Really?
for the
Yeah, and
last, for a few
Spyro.
years. Yeah,
What?
we should see Crash Bandicoot end up in a Skylanders game then.
That would be
Ooh.
pretty cool. He would fit in as well, right?
Not really, but yeah, maybe.
I want to play Crash again. The old school Crash.
You only have PS Vita, man.
Have you played Crash recently?
I played Crash Team Racing a
Yeah,
few months
no,
ago.
CTR's good, and it's always been good. Crash though was shit. Crash
Get
was
out.
shit. It was.
Get out.
It was fucking dreadful.
Fair
Spyro
enough.
was alright, but Crash was just poo.
No, I'm not taking this. I'm not sitting here listening to somebody say Spyro was alright, Crash was terrible. No way.
No, Gianni, I would rather play Spyro 1 again than Crash Bandicoot 1.
Oh, you guys suck.
Well, on that note,
We could put it out for a vote if anyone is actually listening this far.
Huh?
They had turned off a long time ago.
When we insulted America.
Gianni, we made it to 25, but the listeners stopped at 5.
That's hopeful. We had listeners.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
But
Is
speaking
there anything else you guys wanted to talk about before I close this out?
Uh, Maybe say hello and goodbye to our hundreds of new fans.
Hundreds
True.
of new fans. Thank you for following us every game store in the UK.
Please give us a job.
Oh God. Oh, if you want to get in contact with us, you can reach us at gsc_games on Twitter. If you want to get in contact with any of us directly, our Twitter handles will be down in the description. You can follow us on Facebook at GSC Games. Just search that, you'll find us. And I think that is everything, other than saying thank you. This is 25 episodes. It's been going quite well. Hopefully it will keep going.
Yeah, thanks.
And we're going to insult more people with weeks to come.
Good times. All right. Well, I guess we'll see everyone same time next week.
Yeah.
Something like that, yeah. Right.
Well, hang on. Does that mean you're going to upload this one Friday, Saturday night next week?
Probably.
Okay.
All right. Well, bye then. Bye.
Bye then.
Bye.
Bye.
Stupid Jenny.
That weird silence after the podcast ends.
That weird silence.
Yeah, well, we're waiting for you to be like, and clear, you know?
And cut.
Oh, sorry. No, we fucking ain't finished ages ago, man. Oh, so and clear. There you go.
Cheers, that's better.
Do whatever.
Yay! Crash
Oh,
Bandicoot or Spyro the Dragon.
That's
There you go.